I'm rolling already.
Just gotta find the record button.
Shutter button. Oh, yeah. Like you're doing it the hard way. Hey, there you go. Oh, I have our cover photo already.
I haven't.
You just have to scroll past the first 2 seconds.
This is it. I'm usually the one driving on all these. I haven't been the non-driver in so long.
It is definitely more convenient when the person who can hear is not the driver. Do the audio checks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So today, I'm Josh. That's Andrew. We're on the road, and in the backseat is the lovely Miss Adrian.
Hi.
One of our, if not the go-to makeup artist for Team Blue.
Who's been part of Team Blue almost as long as Jenny Lynn, and somehow has not managed to be on one of these yet.
Yeah, I don't know how that
Jenny Lynn has.
Jenny Lynn has, no, but I mean, you've been...
Oh, no, I haven't, no.
You've been around almost as long, and you haven't been on yet, so... Yay, we found the time.
Woo.
Not almost long. Jenny Lynn's been around maybe the longest. She's been around since
She's definitely the core member.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, for as long as...
For the 3.5 years or so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, have you not made it on one of these yet before? So, Adrian, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Where can we find you on social media? All that kind of good things.
You can find me all over social media because I like it and I update pretty often. I go by Revelry Beauty, Revelry Beauty, and you can just find that on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I've been doing hair and makeup for 10 years, focusing a lot more on weddings for the last 7. I do a ton of photo shoots, lots of events, different things. Anything that needs hair and makeup, I'm happy to be doing it. And I lucked out when I met Josh right after moving to Texas in 2013. We met at an open house for wedding vendors, and we were the only wedding vendors for our particular artistries, I guess.
What's up, Kindred Oaks?
Yeah, right. No, it was Angel Springs.
Angel Springs.
And yeah, he kept me, and we did a soaked shoot probably the next month, and that's where I met Andrew. And and then I got warm introductions to the whole like Austin scene after that.
Was that really the first time we met? I guess it was.
Yeah, soaked. So it's good.
And a series we're still doing a whole bunch of this summer. So I think I'm up to 12 or 13 of those this summer. So
that's awesome.
Just you're gonna be one of them. You're gonna be on your bike trainer and get you looking
we'll look all fierce.
Make you look like you're in the Tour de France and on a bad day.
Not Peter Sagan though, or Cavendish who broke his scapula.
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, I saw that. That was brutal.
I'm a cyclist.
How?
He fell over the front right of his handlebars and landed and right at the finish too. So they were in a sprint.
Bad news.
Did he at least fall over the finish line?
No, like 50 yards before it. Yeah, it was.
Tumble.
Just keep rolling.
That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty gruesome.
That sucks.
Anything else the good listeners out there should know about you?
I'm kind of a shark. I have to keep moving to live. So I want to do everything. I'm in school, on the track to be a physical therapist, so I'm not going to completely leave behind my artistic roots, but it'll be another hands-on sort of thing for me to transition into for later. I really love pretty makeup, but Josh and Andrew really make me step out of my comfort zone. They're like, here, do something crazy. And I'm like, oh man, what are you gonna make me do today?
We were very sad you didn't make it to the creative retreat, but you probably would not have enjoyed the shoot I did where I was like, no, make them ugly.
What? No, I don't like that. Even when Josh has me make people ugly, I'm like, they're still gonna be cute.
It wasn't really ugly, it was dirty, but yeah.
Dirty, yeah. Okay, dirty's different.
Natasha was the right choice. I mean, you would have
done
that
fine. One, yeah, definitely.
I was like, I wanted to look like she's been rolling around in the dirt. Okay, I can do this.
And I had Carrie crying on camera.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I have yet to see all of these photos. I'm so excited.
Guess I should finish those.
Are you still not done?
I uploaded what I thought was all of them, and then I realized that I had skipped the whole first druid part with Jenny Lynn. So I gotta go back and edit those. All of them are up. I just haven't told anybody because I'm busy.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way.
We probably gotta actually blog them or something this year.
Yeah, we probably should. That's probably a good idea.
Yes. When was the last time you posted a blog with photos in it?
We've been blogging a lot, but it's not this type of stuff usually.
Yeah, it's been more of our
not the creative.
I have 2 other Team Blue members blogging away, as a matter of fact.
When we ask you to do all these crazy things, like what do you get out of it? Why do you say yes?
What do I get out of it?
Yeah.
I get to sort of recharge my creative outlet side. wedding hair and makeup, you are doing very similar things pretty much all the time. A lot of beauty, a lot of pretty. So I stretch more when I come on a shoot with you guys. You definitely say like, okay, well, we're gonna put people underwater, so make something that'll last. I'm like, oh great. Like, how do I get my stuff to be waterproof? How can I get something that's gonna hold up? So I have a whole another kit basically for when I work with you, for something like this.
Has that turned into that you're using those skills in other jobs, or are you using those,
Oh yeah, like different things for like waterproofing and priming has definitely come into play for like weddings.
Summer weddings in Texas?
Yeah, exactly,
really?
where you're just like sweating, just pouring sweat. But mostly I think it's for me just like personally kind of on like a soul level and just a recharge. It's so much nicer to just step out of what you're used to doing and be like, oh yeah, here's a stretch, here's something that's fun that I don't get to do all the time. And plus I really like all the people I've met on every single one of our shoots. I've collected so many friends through this. It's great.
It's funny, I see you post on Instagram, and then it'll like somebody be liking or commenting.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, how do you? Oh,
yeah,
right, you're
how
on a
do you
shoot
know?
with me.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, for sure.
Got it.
I'm like, no, it's so good. And I think that having a diverse portfolio is really important to my clients, because even if they don't want something where they're like covered in different colors or like glitter or whatever, it shows them that I have a range that goes beyond just what they're asking for, and so they know that they can ask me for anything and I'll be able to deliver, maybe better than someone who has one look that they do all the time.
Right. Yeah, I think there's a lot of synergy, or a lot, we make, weddings are a big part of what we do,
Mm-hmm.
but because we construction do, like I've been doing a lot with smoke, and then I was at a wedding, I was like, this
Here's
couple
some
seems
smoke
like
bombs.
I was like, this couple seems like they're the right ones for this. So like I brought smoke bombs, and then that turned into me booking another wedding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just off that one photo.
Yes.
And then was like, we want that. And we're like, cool, awesome, like that's fantastic. So
We can do that.
yeah, it's funny how it kind of, you never know how it's gonna pay off.
No idea, but at least you're putting it out there and you're
Yeah.
showing that you're capable of doing that, and somebody will like what you've done.
I hope so, because so much of like my Instagram feed is, a lot of it's been our soaked, which is very dark because I have to
Yes.
show the water drops. And da-da-da.
Yes.
I'm like, man, then I see people who just do weddings, and it's just like sunset wedding,
weddings.
sunset wedding,
Yes.
sunset wedding, sunset wedding, sunset wedding, sunset wedding.
Natural light flurry bride. Natural light flurry bride. Natural light flurry bride.
Yeah, which not to say that we don't do, but like that's just not what we show. And
You
so
do
Well,
that
I
also,
also
think,
get bored
and
with
very
that,
well.
so I may show that occasionally, right?
Yeah.
Like, I may take what I really love, but I mean, I don't want my entire stream of photos that I share with the world to be just that.
Yeah, so I always wondered though if I'm like hamstringing myself by doing it that way.
We are.
Yeah, probably. But it's like, well, I want the people who like what we do in totality. And
Yes.
so, and the clients, so when we do have clients, we always tend to have good experiences because they like all of us despite our like weirdness and
Yeah.
middle lane. We don't want to go back to Austin at 4 o'clock.
No.
Fair enough. That's true.
So to let y'all know where we're going now, we're starting our Summer 17 Mermaid series today.
Yes.
So we have a girl driving down from Oklahoma to be.
Oh my gosh, that's where she's coming from?
Yeah, they're driving.
This is commitment, folks. That's
so-
definitely big.
That
deal.
is commitment.
So if all we had posted was wedding photos, they would never have seen that. So
No.
So yeah, her name's Abby. We're really excited. We're gonna be doing some on the land, like on the rocks, and then underwater. It's gonna be really excited. We haven't really done them in about 2 years, and honestly,
Has it been that long?
It's been that long.
Yeah, that's
and
like
I'm
the last
really,
time.
really, really nervous about it because it's been a while. Like my muscle memory isn't quite there.
It'll take you a little while to get back into the swing of things, but I think you just like naturally get back into it.
Yeah, I'm not worried at all.
That's good. That's my fuel though. My nervous.
The adrenaline.
Yeah, that's the adrenaline that keeps me going. So that'll be really fun. The models or the seniors' dad and I were on a ice stock shoot that Jeff Hammond and I put together in like 2011 and 2012, somewhere in there. Interestingly enough, Chelsea, who we're doing mermaids on Sunday at her house, she was our circus ringmaster.
Oh, cool.
So there's some old photos there. Actually, it was exactly five and a half years ago because Colton was just born. So it was in the summer after Colton was just born is when we did that one. So anyway, he was down for that, and we did some other circus stuff. Anyway, so that's the connection to all of this. But
And then she found your stuff. And was
yeah,
like, "We're
again, it's
doing
weird.
this."
Like you never
Yeah.
know how the world's going to come back at you. So it's always fun when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I remember you like 5 years ago. You did this crazy thing with my
You're
dad.
like,
I want
"What?"
those photos." You're like, cool. I'm glad I posted mermaid photos. That's awesome.
Yeah, seriously. I'm waiting for somebody to be like, I want to pay you to cover me in glitter. I've seen some of your glitter photos. Do that to me. I'm like, okay. Sure.
Working on that.
Yes.
Working on it.
We need to do a full like bodyscape series.
I've always wanted to do that.
Okay.
I need to
With,
show you
like,
some
glitter?
photos I did last week.
Jeez. Okay.
I'm not done with them yet.
Uh-huh.
They're not glitter, but
Something fun.
just anyway.
It's
I'll
up
show you
my
some
alley. Something I would love.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a bit of a perv,
Yeah.
kind of.
I don't want to get in. I'm not going to get in that
We
one.
can't go into details.
I can't go into detail on camera. I'll tell you when the camera's off.
Right.
So anyway, also, we've just to kind of totally change topics real quick, but really been excited with the direction Photo Club's going and all the work that people have been submitting and doing and growing.
Yeah. How long has that been going on now?
18 months, 19 months?
Okay.
Yeah, we started December 2015.
Yeah.
And so it's been consistent. You've had a larger
It's
group
been
of people
growing.
that meet.
Yeah, it's
growing.
been growing pretty steadily. So the first meeting there were like 6 or 7 people at my house, and it was really just to like, hey, I want to show you what I think a meeting should be like, kind of thing. And those same people are all still involved, and we're at 59 members, I think,
That's
officially,
great.
as of
Okay.
last time I checked. We
did
get a
Ray-
couple every meeting.
Did Ray sign up yet? He asked me about it yesterday.
Ray,
Overstreet?
I think he signed up before. He
Oh.
signed up way back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the person who I call. He was like, old school. Sent an email and said, "Hey, call me. I want to talk to you about Photo Club."
Oh, no.
Okay, hi.
And we've also been getting some sponsors. So I met some people last week at Summerfest, and that's been awesome. So it's been great to be able to help out other photographers that have joined by
Yeah,
getting them
definitely.
discounts on products and fun stuff like that. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's just something that's been on my mind. So shout out to all the NAPS members. Thanks for making it awesome. Look, Andrew's got the hold on, you got a model right there. We go. Yeah.
Is that your logo?
Merchandising.
Oh, I like it.
It's my wife's sticker thing. Like, you give her a sticker and she puts it on something.
Excellent.
So I don't know. Do you have any questions for us? Like, we're usually the ones asking questions, but you've been
Yeah,
around long
for
enough.
sure. Where is like your ideal photo excursion? Not necessarily vacation or work or anything particular. Where would you want to go to take photos, and like what would you want to do there? Reach into the depths of
Do
your
you want
brain.
me to pick one?
Start with one.
You pick one, then I'll pick one.
No, you go first.
Why do I have to go first?
Because Andrew has too many ideas.
'Cause I want to see what you do and then I want to counter it.
Yeah.
Up it.
I want to do that but with dragons. Sorry. Go ahead.
I've been asked questions like that before, and it's so hard.
Yeah.
I am not location driven as much as I am story driven.
Okay.
And so it really comes down to like, what story do I want to tell, and then like finding something that works in service of that.
That makes sense. So what kind of stories do you have in mind that you'd like to tell?
So some things that I've sketched out lately. I want to put somebody at the bottom of a well with the rope too short to get to them.
No.
Little hopelessness going on there. So happy.
Your brain is crazy.
For the next creative retreat we're gonna do, I want to take a bunch of Disney princesses and then set them loose in the wild and watch them die. Just as like a commentary on like, we set up women for failure by keep saying like, oh, you're a princess, you're a princess. Like princesses
You
don't
can do
actually like
anything
work.
you want. Yeah.
No, I'm fine with you can do whatever you want, but
Yeah.
like the princess like mindset doesn't really work in the real world. Like that's just a recipe for disaster. So I kind of want to illustrate that. So maybe like if we get like Bear Grylls like working with him or something, like that'd be pretty hilarious.
Oh, wow, that'd be funny.
Landscape and stuff like that don't really. I'm not as driven by that. Although some places I'd love to see like Northern Lights. I think that'd be pretty epic. But I want to go where people really don't go a lot to, and like finding what's cool there. So I know a lot of people want to go to like Western Europe and like Iceland, which cool, but to me like South America or like Latin America seem more interesting.
Go into the jungle, or like a
jungle or
crazy like
You just pretty much
downtrodden
summed up
area.
the argument me and my wife had. Not argument, discussion.
Yeah.
My wife and I had about the trip we're taking in January after she gets her PhD. We thought about Iceland. I'm like, "God, everybody goes to Iceland. It's not that I don't want to go to Iceland. It's like,
You've
I don't
already
wanna be
seen
that
it in
guy.
photos.
I don't want to be that guy.
I don't want to be the guy. I live my life. I mean, there's a lot of my life is like I don't want to be that guy. Some good ways, probably some bad, but Yeah, I don't want to be that guy that's like, I'm going to go shoot landscapes in Iceland for 2 weeks. Well, like,
Right.
everybody's been doing that.
Yeah, and they're beautiful. And
Yeah, it's great, but I've
Stunning.
seen the same photo of Kirkenfell like 150 times in the last 6 months.
It's like Mesa Arch and Canyonlands,
or Antelope Canyon, or
the wave out in the, I don't remember which park that is.
Yeah.
With the sandstone. The same photo over and over and over again.
So yeah, I'd want to go to some place where it hasn't. If there's already like signs for tourists, I don't really want to be there.
Gotcha.
If I could be anywhere.
Okay.
And then I guess the other place, like above, I think would be interesting, like high above and shooting
Okay.
down. So
Like high altitudes, like elevation wise, or more of drone work or something that you could do
like
from
plane,
aerial.
yeah,
Okay.
plane or helicopter, even higher than what a drone would be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've done that a little bit. I've done that once where I rented a plane and flew around downtown Austin
That's cool.
in like 2009, maybe 2010,
Yeah.
before drones were a thing.
Yes.
So I'd like to do stuff like that some more. I mean, drones are cool, but they can do some amazing things. But you know, they're still limited in flight time and how high you can go, and where you can go. I don't know. I mean, things like that. That's kind of. I don't really have like a specific one place.
That makes sense.
So I want to go to Alaska sometime.
Okay.
That's on the list.
Here's a gorgeous, beautiful state.
Alaska by James Michener is a fantastic book. Recommend it.
Awesome. What about you, Andrew?
Is it my turn?
Can
Yeah.
I go to sleep while you talk now?
No.
No.
Oh, wait, what? I want to die quietly in my sleep, not like my passenger screaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Slow shark. So I am somewhat driven by location, but Josh pretty much stole my thunder with the whole, I don't want to go anywhere anybody else is gone. I mean, I think that's pretty common.
That's so
I don't think
fitting for you though, Andrew, to not want to go where other people are. Whereas for Josh, who seems more of like a people person, you would assume he'd be like, yeah, all about people.
I'd want to.
he wants to go with people though.
Yeah, oh yeah. You want to go by yourself.
Less and less. I mean, yes and no.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, it's pretty common in the photo world. People want to go somewhere new. But
Sure.
So Patagonia has been on my list for a while. Like the Altiplano in Bolivia. Like I'd like to just go rent a car and live there for 6 months. Traveling around. I like Stark. So, but I'm right now probably the number one thing I want to get done is we were talking about this before we loaded. We're going to shoot underwater. I'm waiting for Icolite to release the new version of the housing they have, the new, I forget what they call it, but the different
dry lock,
which will fit my 14 and 24. They've told me they're releasing one over the summer for the D810. So I'm really hoping they do. Saving my pennies up. Gonna buy one of those, and I really want to start using that. I've got a lot of underwater stuff I want to do. I'd like to get back in caves with it, with models, which is going to be really tough because cave diving models not really an
It's
easy
a little
thing.
difficult.
Yeah, and there are places you can go where you're not really in an overhead, and it's cave-like in Mexico.
Okay.
But now you're talking about much bigger productions because you have to go to Mexico
Yes.
and take everybody into this cenote environment. But those are the kind of things I'd like to do. I really would like to do some of the things I want to do in the cave itself, like in some of the areas in the Florida caves, which are not very pretty in the normal sense. But they're really interesting to me. I don't know. I'd like to get back in those areas and try to make it work. But that's probably going to be, when I get the housing, that's probably going to be the, like...
You're going to be all about underwater stuff?
Yeah, can I find a way to get underwater with somebody with this system to, make something with it? Yeah. I mean, I joked about it just one. I could give you a launch, like, again, go back to the trip we're trying to plan. It's like, well, you've only given me one idea. No, I said any continent you could throw a pin and I'd probably be happy going there as long as it's not like one of these 5 places. So, like, that's the problem with trying to figure out where to go is...
There's too many options.
It's like picking music when you have every piece of music at your disposal,
Yeah.
right? You need a DJ to tell you go here. But then if you want to go somewhere no one else is gone, the DJ doesn't help because they're telling you inherently this is popular.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of my answer is I want to go, I want to get that housing and I want to start really using it.
Where's the next place you want to mountain bike?
I want a mountain bike. Oh gosh, I'd love to go back to Tahoe and actually get up to the Rim Trail. There was still snow on it when I was there a couple weeks ago. California had a ton of rain this year, and so the snowpack was really heavy. And now Lake Tahoe is about to overflow, basically, with 12 billion gallons of water. So I would love to go back there and actually like get up a little higher into the elevation. That was kind of amazing. It was my first time really like.
I hiked up there last summer.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
It was my first time being out, kind of on my own. Like I flew out there by myself and rented a bike and went out and just on trails, and it was super liberating, but also like terrifying for me because I use my hands for a living, and if I crash and break something, then I'm in trouble. So, but yeah, I would love to just like have no real worries and just go out and find some stuff. New Mexico is supposed to be amazing for mountain biking.
I can see that.
I can see that.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Albuquerque's cool. It's a cool town. I did a marathon in Albuquerque. It was cool. I'd go back.
It's much easier for me to do a racecation when I'm running than it is to like go somewhere that requires a bike, because then you have to find a local shop that's reputable and something that's not going to break the bank.
Albuquerque, you can get there in a day.
Yeah.
It's a day.
Or you have to just pack your bike. Definitely done that.
For the bigger races, I know some people in town that there's like a bike valet where, like when they go to like Ironman Kona, like they rent like a container, and like 2 weeks before that you drop off your bike, and then they show up with it. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. There is somebody who's based in Austin that does that.
No, yeah, I know. It's like bike ballet. Or,
yeah,
Which
cracked me up. I saw an Instagram video where they were kind of like marketing that, and I was like, how'd they get Ryan Turk to do this video? He's a professional drift racer, you know, and he was a pro dirt bike racer at one point. But I was like, how did they get him to do bike ballet? And then I realized that the guy who owns it or does it, he just looks a lot like Ryan Turk, and I was like, I gotta meet this guy. Who is he?
Aquamarina Spring Drive. Or you would take.
No, it's
the 123. It's the one before the 123 exit. 82. No, that's 82.
It's not. No, we can get there on Aquamarina. Just take Aquamarina.
Okay, I'll take Aquamarina.
That's fine. I thought no, it's one further down.
Yeah, I think it is. That's fine. We can always come back around.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. Sorry, we're always navigating when we're driving too. So
yeah, we like to make a high production value, so we have these while we're driving, so you have road noise plus navigation.
Yeah, we literally are on the road. So.
I think I said you just show up.
It's legit.
Cool. What other questions you got? What else are you?
How do you balance like your family time or your personal time with all of the work that you do? I know all of us are entrepreneurs. All of us start our own business. Kind of, it takes over your whole life if you don't like really rein it in. So what are your best like ways of making sure that you have proper balance?
I don't think I have
Josh
good
is like,
balance.
What balance?
I mean,
I think you swing wildly back and forth, where you'll do family time and then you'll have a ton of work.
I will say, it seems like with your family, I think that I'm guessing the hard part for you is the lack of regularity for Becca.
Yeah.
But like when you have time with the kids, you have like 4 days with the kids.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Take CM Allen.
CM Allen? Okay.
Yeah. So we're taking a family trip to visit my wife's sister.
It's my hometown. Whoop, whoop.
San Jose. What's up?
Go California.
It's kind of my like adopted second city because
I'm not going to see Sharon. I don't want to go.
Because we they live out there for a long time, so we go out there every year or meet up with them every year. So I'm packing in like in the next 7 days, like 8 shoots in 7 days, and then leaving.
Yeah.
Which my wife says I do every time, where I just pack everything before, but then I'll be gone for like 8 days.
That's all anybody in the professional world does. If you're
I think so.
once you're like above, once you're like in management level, you just kind of get everything done no matter what. So.
Yeah.
And then it gives you a lot of editing work to do.
Yeah, it will. So I don't really have a great answer for that, except I try to be full in both. Like
yes.
And I have to try to stay centered, because if I get too heavy on any one side, it takes away from the others.
From the others, yeah, for sure.
So there's like me time, family time, work time.
Yeah.
And no matter what I do, I always feel like I'm shortchanging one.
Something, yeah.
And it's a constant guilt.
You can always have 2, but not 3. And there's
Yeah,
always
pick
like 3
two,
or more.
right? Yeah, pick 2. So I have a very understanding wife who deals, especially this summer,
fantastic.
with the kids a whole bunch, because she's a school teacher right now, and so she's home, and I really haven't been, but my mantra right now,
River Road.
yeah, my mantra right now is kind of churn butter. Like I feel like I'm drowning a little bit, like in a bucket of milk, and I got to run fast enough for the.
It to solidify.
That's fine. Yeah, for it to turn to butter. This isn't right, but
We're scouting.
it's okay.
Scouting. Yeah.
We're on an
So I
epic
typically
voyage.
sacrifice me time is what ends up
Okay.
happening, which is why I'm like 30 pounds heavier than I want to be. So
Well, your photography becomes me time.
yeah, I mean I have to blend it, or I take my oldest son with me on photo shoots or something, right? Because Becca needs help too. So,
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of compromises because it's not like I can leave, right? I mean, somebody sent us an email at 4th of July at 8 o'clock last night, and it was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
do I read it? Do I not?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Then Andrew, you have kind of the opposite, where your wife is gone a lot of the time doing academic stuff.
We have similar complications because she's, she travels for stuff, but then I travel. So like, she leaves for Belgium on Friday
Okay.
for a conference, and then she is back for a couple weeks. Then I leave for Banff for Emily's wedding and the eclipse and that whole thing. And then I come back and she's still going to be trying madly to finish her dissertation work so she can defend this fall. So she's not going anywhere, but I'm going to turn around and go to our timeshare. We have a week in Captiva that we were given as a wedding gift
How fun.
by her father. So we're going to, we haven't used it the last few years because she's always in Antarctica, and she's not going to be in Antarctica this year, but she can't go. So I'm going to go either by myself or possibly with some photog people to do a little mini creative retreat. Hint, hint.
Oh, fun. Okay, let me know dates.
Yeah, I haven't actually started planning yet because I'm terrible.
Right.
I usually just get in the truck and go places. And then, so we'll see what happens after she graduates.
Will that be the first time that she hasn't been doing any sort of academic stuff like the entire time you've been
No,
together?
because after she didn't start the PhD till after maybe 3 years after we got married.
Okay, and that's when you were living in Virginia?
Yeah, so she worked for the NSF for the first year was a fellowship, and then she turned into a contractor for the next 3 years. And she started the PhD maybe a year before she finished at NSF. I'm trying to remember exactly. So she's kind of been since then just been trying to finish. So she's gonna be looking for a job. We definitely our schedules. It's definitely harder when she has a 9 to 5.
Yes.
Since my attitude is I don't go places on a Saturday. Like, let's go swimming. Okay, I'm gonna go on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, because there are people there on Saturday, and I don't want to compete for parking and all that. Like, I can go on Tuesday when nobody else is around. And while she's been in school, she hasn't been able to do that because she's been working 7 days a week, basically.
Yeah.
But then, you have a 9 to 5 job, right? Like, well, no, I can only go on Saturday or Sunday like everybody else. So, we'll see.
Okay.
It'll be more interesting when. Right now, if we choose to do something, she can do it whenever. It doesn't matter, and so can I, as long as I don't have a client shoot. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Tuesday or Monday or whatever. We both work from home too, so I think it seems like she's gone for 5 weeks or I'm gone for 3 weeks, but then we spend 24/7 around each other basically for the interval between that because she's upstairs in her office and I'm downstairs, and today I was helping run a little bit of software for moving data around for a PhD for her dissertation. So we're continually interacting. There's not really. Really, you're just gonna do that? Okay. Oh, it's the second lane. Didn't expect a car there. Glad I looked before I decided to crush them.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, for us, it's we don't have kids, so that makes it a whole different game, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
I agree with that.
I mean, we don't need. I think kids, they're like plants, right? You got to water them every day, otherwise they die.
I think they're a little more intensive than that.
Yeah. But I mean, like they need daily attention, right? Like adults,
like
we're kinda
hourly, minute.
Yeah, adults are cactuses, right? You
Yes.
gotta give them water occasionally, but so our interactions tend to be intense, and then we don't see each other for 3 weeks, and then we see each other for 3 weeks, and then we don't see each other. So there's definitely times when that's annoying, but it's just it works, and it would be that way. Her life would be that way even if I wasn't self-employed.
Yes.
So yeah, it works out well. We have similar lives.
I mean, your husband, he works kind of a 9 to 5.
Yeah, he works a regular job 5 days a week, and maybe it's not Monday through Friday, but it's still most of the time. And so when my free time is around, I'm like, oh well, what are you doing? He's like, going to work. Dang it. Okay. So we actually have to almost like put it on the schedule and
Yeah.
make it happen.
I live on Google Calendar.
Oh, same.
Oh,
Yeah.
You have to, it's almost like everything you do together is vacation. You
I have
to
like
schedule it.
5 different calendars,
Yeah.
like color coded.
Yes. And his stuff pops up on my calendar, and I'll share mine to his if like we've decided to do something together. But I always tell people, I'm like, oh, you have to get on the calendar if you want anything to happen, because if you don't and somebody else wants that time, I will book that time for whatever it is. So I'm like, oh well.
Yeah.
So we try and at least like have one day a week where we just spend together and do something, or else we both sort of like
the far part.
we miss out on that. But yeah, he's been really active lately and doing different things that we can actually do together. So we've been going outside and hiking, or just finding little adventures, which, at one point in our relationship, that was never something he wanted to do. So we just found ways to adapt to the schedules and make it work a little bit better.
Yeah. How much he's super more fit than he was when I first
Oh
met
yeah,
him.
definitely. And he's way more like willing to say yes to stuff where he would just automatically say no. Like, hey, do you want to go outside and check out this creek? No. There's wildlife out there. There's bugs. It's dirty. Whatever.
I never got that he was that kind of. Like,
He was totally that kind of guy. We went to Yosemite right after, maybe before we got married. Wow, that was a long time ago. And we went on one of the smaller hikes up to one of those like shorter waterfalls. We didn't even make it to the top, and he was like, I'm never hiking again unless it involves 4 wheels called an ATV. And I was like, okay. And really he held on to that until this past year when I was like, hey, let's go for a hike on, like Christmas or something. And he was like, I can do that. I can go for a hike. And he was like, wow, I should have said yes more often. Like, why didn't I?
Someone you can't park there or here.
turning around.
That's fine. Just let you know.
Yeah, we made it.
Hey, we're in San Marcos. What's up, y'all?
Sort of. So
Sort
that's
of.
probably a good time, good place to tie it off.
Yeah.
So I think the summary is live full, right? Do with people
Absolutely.
that you enjoy, and
Do all the things in my case,
all
all
the
of it,
things.
and then make it all work.
We're both kind of the same way.
Yeah.
As it turns out.
yeah. So,
It's like I don't like saying no to everything. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Like, let's make that happen.
exactly. Cool, yeah, awesome. Well, this has been On the Road. I'm Josh.
Andrew,
Adrian,
All right, see ya.
bye.
bye.